I'll tell it a long. It's not a quick story. It's a long story. I'll tell it. When I was writing this song, I've worked out all the story, and I had 5 or 6 pieces of paper that I would cut up and rearrange so that the story sort of made sense. And I originally hoped to set it in Lewisburg, but there's no drugs that rhyme with Lewisburg. There's a little town down the road called Little Lorraine, so I moved the whole story down there. And I made the assumption that there was a lighthouse in that town because it's a coastal community in Cape Breton Island, and I know there to be fishermen and women out there, so I just assumed that there was a lighthouse there. And when I finished the song, I thought, maybe there isn't. So I went on the Google box and I looked up Lighthouse in Little Lorraine, and there I saw this beautiful photograph of a stunning lighthouse that makes Peggy's Cove look like a garbage dump. And I said, that's it, I did it. That's my magnum opus, I did it. And then about a year and a half later, my manager, Melanie, she was like, okay, we need some album art. And I was like, well, it's gotta be the Lighthouse in Little Lorraine. And so a couple minutes later, she sent me a picture and she was like, this thing? And it looked, the best way I can describe it is it stands about 7 foot tall, but it looks like a robot that might be on the Death Star that sweeps up garbage or something. It's very unimpressive. It is not a house, it is a light. It is merely a light. And it's got a really, you look it up. You can look it up right now if you want. It's the least gorgeous thing that you'll ever see on Cape Breton Island. And I said, God damn it, no, Melanie, not that. And then I went to find the photograph I'd seen, and I searched the Lighthouse in Little Lorraine, and there it was. And then I clicked on the image, and underneath it, of course, it said Lewisburg Lighthouse, which was where the whole story happened in the first place, where I moved it down the road to accommodate a stupid rhyme about a drug. And anyways, there was a very talented young man that went out to that light, and he should win a Pulitzer for how he made it look on the cover of that record, because I can't wait for you guys to leave and check this thing out. Anyways, this is that song that I'm talking about. It's called The Lighthouse in Little Lorraine. I got an Uncle Huey, he's got a boat down in Manitou. And when I lost my job in Jericho, he says, have I got a job for you? See, I put my faith into no one. I got no time for the government. Since they ripped up my house in Lewisburg, stuck her down on some blocks of cement. Now there's a boat coming up from America with caskets filled with cocaine. There's a gold mine out on the ocean and a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. There's a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. There isn't though. Took his boat off the coast of Bateston, just out of sight of the shore. Me and my cousin and a Frenchman that I never laid eyes on before. We met a boat that had come up from Boston, started heaving boxes overboard. Huey handed them a big bag of money. We were back in the harbor around 4, singing there's a boat coming up from America with caskets filled with cocaine. There's a gold mine out on the ocean and a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. There's a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. We met there by 7 morticians, loaded the boxes into their hearse. We'd set off with $8,000, laughing about what we'd spend it on first. The Frenchman, he tells me his name is Thibault, that he grew up in Elbadan. We could all go down to church hall on a Saturday and get drunker than hell at the dance. One night Thibault got fired up on the moonshine, tried to beat up a Catholic priest. We got thrown out on our ass behind that church hall. We spent the night with the mounted police. We went on working for weeks every Sunday, until Huey says we gotta slow it down. Someone's been singing like a jailbird, and he brought all the Mounties to town. They heard there's a boat coming up from America about the Cascades filled with cocaine. There's a gold mine out on the ocean and a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. Now there's a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. He calls us all down to the docks one night, and he hustled us out to the sea. He shut off the engines and the floodlights, and he pointed his shotgun at me. I said, Huey, I ain't the one been singing. Must be that Frenchman from Elbadan. He says that's just what a turncoat would tell me. The least you can do is to die like a man. It's funny they could not be bothered with the casket, but what use is it now to complain? There's a graveyard out on the ocean and a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. And as the buckshot it entered my brain, I saw the lighthouse in Little Lorraine. There's a lighthouse in Little Lorraine.
Very much.
And that was ECMA Song of the Year.